Good morning. Yes, indeed, this is Encounters, and I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Yes, we had a great show last night. I'm going to do a 1 hour broadcast. It's 9:07. We'll go to about 10 o'clock today. This is going to be a 1 hour broadcast, not the longest broadcast. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're amped up. It's raining like crazy here in New England. We're getting a lot of rain. If you live in northern parts of New England, central northern New England, it's all snow, 1 to 2 feet of snow. That's the cosmic kind of weather. But luckily, we're having a lot of rain. I wish we didn't have anything but sunshine today, but it's raining here on this part of the planet. Northern New England, a lot of snow. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, all getting snow today. Good morning, Lord J. So I'm going to do like a 1 hour short broadcast, but tonight we'll be on our regular show at 11. Yeah, the rain is a little bit yucky. Grand Rising, Scott. Excuse me. Yeah, my email, I can give it to you. Baby Sang, let me see here. Baby Sang, I'll give you my email. And I'll give it to you right now. I'm just posting it here so you can see it. Baby Sang 58, that's my email. If you have any information, UFO information, things related to encounters you want to share with me, that's my email address right there for the show. Lynette, Grand Rising, everybody. Got a little bit of Enya in the background. Yes, indeed. Cultural commentator, good to see you. I have been seeing a lot of birds of prey lately. Interesting. Floyd Harris, welcome to our 1 hour show this morning. Good everybody here. I got the big spaceship behind me for a reason. This is a great picture. I love this picture, this spaceship. Just want to get people ready for contact. I want to get people ready, get amped up. And as you look at the ships of light that are here in this picture, many, many beings of light, just imagine the beauty of contact. Just imagine the beauty of good things that are going to happen. Forget all the garbage on social media showing negative ETs and all that garbage. Get that out of your head, Really. It's not that simple, John. It's a great question. So the reason why everything is divine timing, right? So in our universe, in our multiverse, in our different areas of the planetary systems, the star people, which I'm connected with, everything is in divine timing. Like the movie Contact, yes. So everything has to happen in a synergy of time. It's like, oh, let's just jump into Earth or Mars or Jupiter or something. Everything is supposed to be as it is. So right now we are in a time frame on Earth where there will be contact. It's timing. It's all timing. Yes. Now is the time. That's why there's increased sightings of spaceships all over the planet, what people call UFOs. Also, there will be distractions by our own government using reverse engineer to confuse people, but in general, there are going to be many, many ships from other planets that are cloaked around the planet that are here now. There are many more coming. There are fleets of ships coming to Earth that people will be amazed to see. Amazed, So in a world of the confusion on social media, in a world of disinformation on social media, then there's encounters with CmdrAleon, where we're going to set things straight on social media. We're going to bring people together and realize that there's a positive force in the universe that's way stronger than any negative ETs that have been here for billions of years. And it's now going to end. All that stuff's going to end. All that garbage is going to end. All the misinformation on cable channels is going to end. They can keep showing the garbage, but we're going to show you the truth. We're going to show you the truth. Hey, David. So I'm glad to be on today. I'm not always on in the morning during the day, but I am amped up, brothers and sisters. So watch out. Watch out. When I'm amped up like this, my light will penetrate and destroy any kind of misinformation that's out there. It will. Absolutely do it. The beauty of things is, because it's raining out, there's this crystal store that just opened up, a really big crystal store south of me here, but it's a rainy day, so I think I'm going to have to go there tomorrow because it's an awesome place and I know the people. So we have to see what crystals we shall look at tomorrow on a sunny day instead of a rainy day. South Carolina. Hey, John. Good to meet you, John. South Carolina. Some of you are probably new to my show. I'm usually on nightly at 11 o'clock with Encounters, the spiritual UFO talk show. I'm with the Ashtar Command. I work with the Christed levels of light. I'm a conduit for the Cosmic Christ. I do workshops here where I take people off planet here in Connecticut to a golden ship of light that's as big as the planet Earth. I'm a contactee from the 60s, the real deal. I've had contact with positive space people, not negative, and I help people. That's what I do. My mission here is to wake up humanity, and also, you'll hear me use the word matrix. I'm here to bust the matrix of the planet, including anybody who's been brainwashed, programmed to believe the 3D world is the way it is. I'm here to bust your matrix. So if you come here, beware. The commander will bust your matrix by the end of the show. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. We do guest interviews. If you have over 200 followers, you can come on. My protocol of interviews on the show here is that you must be over 18. No kids on the show. No vaping. No smoking. Whatever. That stuff is a nada. No drinking. No drunks. No drugs. That's a nada. If you're into paranormal stuff, that's a nada. There's enough people doing paranormal on here. I don't do it. My focus is the cosmic, galactic areas of what's happening in the universe, what's happening with UFO sightings that are coming to Earth or spaceships, crop circles, mer people, fairies, Bigfoot. I cover all of that here on the show. There's plenty of other places for all those social forums. We don't do it here. Not here. So we're on this morning for a little bit. Good to see all the new people coming in here. And you're getting to meet someone who, if you haven't met me before, I'm pretty active, pretty well known in the evenings. I do radio on WESU. WESU FM is an NPR Pacifica station. I've been on radio for 21 years, actually since the 70s up in Vermont, but I've done radio for 21 years with the Ashtar Command radio show on Sunday mornings, which I do every Sunday. And we talk about the different levels of the star people. We get into cosmic realities, and it's also known as the Cosmic Eye Ashtar Command radio show. And welcome everybody, Hunters Tornado, Pale Enco. Welcome, Pale Enco. Good to see you, brother. Welcome to the show. And you'll find me always encouraging and welcoming people here. You know, this unlike other TikToks where everyone's arguing about ridiculous things. I don't waste my energy on that. I really don't. And the eclipse is coming. There's a lot of different things. We're going into a photon belt, which I've known about for years. I've known for years we're eventually going to be going through the photon belt. And the photon belt is actually going to be a place where we're going to elevate our vibrational patterns in the universe of all the planets, not just Earth. Every single planet in every solar system, every galaxy within our universe is going through, or has been going through, what is called the photon belt. You'll hear a lot of things about the photon belt. Hey, Chesno, you hear a lot of things by people with different agendas about the photon belt. But the photon belt is actually like, it's going to jumpstart us into another vibrational pattern, which is good. So it's going to jumpstart us into a higher vibrational state of consciousness. And that goes for every single planet in the solar system, because there's life teeming everywhere beyond what they tell you on Earth about looking for life. There are people, intelligences in every single galaxy, solar system in our universe. Breaking news, it exists. And the commander's going to tell you that, right? And I am. Because anything else you hear out there that is saying that there's nothing out there, they're lying to you. I don't care if it's a person on a live broadcast on TikTok or YouTube or whatever. Don't believe it. It's all a bunch of disinformation, garbage, and it's not true. And they could be the smartest people. They can be smarter than me. They can be the most intellectual, scientific people in the world, but it's all garbage because they're actually limited in a matrix that they believe to be true, and it's garbage. Did I say that word garbage again? I did. So I'm going to tell you the cosmic truth here. I don't mince my words up when I speak about the things that I know are going to happen. So get ready, because when the commander's amped up, I'm just going to say it the way it is. I don't read websites. I don't read people's agendas, theories, scenarios. I don't care about all that garbage because it's all written by people who have an agenda. My agenda is to liberate the planet. My agenda is with the Encounter show is to have guests that share their experiences that are really happening. And I've done that for over a year plus, right here and on my radio show for years. And I know some really well-known people in the field, like Colin Andrews with Crop Circles. He's a friend of mine. I know different people. That's right, to liberate the planet, yes. Some people don't want to be liberated. They want to be controlled. They want to be programmed. They want to be, they want to be just going with the way things are. Because they're in sleepy land. They want to be in sleepy land, and they think that's good. And if they watch all these negative movies about ETs, they're happy with that because that's their safe zone. But when you start telling them that stuff's garbage, and that they're positive space people with families in other worlds that are advanced spiritually and in other ways that are here to help our planet. Like, for example, I'm going to get into it. This whole thing with the Space Force that was created, it wasn't created to help our planet defend ourselves from other countries. It was created just like the Star thing was. Not Star Wars. I was thinking what it was. When Reagan was president of the United States, he talked about some technology we have that we use. It was going to be used to protect our planet from, let's say, Russia or some other countries. That was all bogus. That was a lie. The truth is, the Star Force, the Star they created is being used for one thing, to try to prevent the positive ETs, the Star people, from coming here. But they're already here. That Space Force thing is a farce. It's primitive technology. Whatever they've got, they can't do anything. Understand something. For those that are involved in that thing, if you're a government agent and you're in high security clearance and you're part of that Star Force program of whatever it is that the government has, if you're going to be using those technologies against star people, against galactic levels of light, I can tell you right now that the people from other planetary worlds can shut down your Star Force in 2 seconds. It's a joke. No matter what you've been given, technology, reverse engineer technology, it'll be all shut down, including everything on Earth that exists that is being used against positive beings of light will be shut down. Absolutely shut down. Okay? And there's nothing blocking us from space people coming from other planets into our planet. There's no invisible glass thing around us. All that stuff that has been taught on the internet is totally lies to brainwash the public. People don't want to hear that, right? You don't want to hear that. Not you, people here, but the people are brainwashed to believe that stuff. Somebody created it, created a scenario, wrote a book about it, and it was their theory that this is the way it is. It's all based on theories. Everything's based on a theory. Okay? The truth is, once we become liberated as a planet and we live in peace and harmony, and our planet changes to where it's supposed to be, we'll be with other peaceful planetary worlds in a council of light where we will be able to go wherever we want. It's not because we are locked in. It's our consciousness that has to wake up. We're not locked in anything. We're only locked in our limitations that we believe we're limited into because we believe everything out there that's on YouTube and on the internet. And now with all the AI stuff and all the garbage on AI, people can create fake things and images that make you believe it's true when it's not. Don't believe any of it. Just believe in yourself. You see, that's the liberation. Believe in yourself, right? I'm going to bring Lynette on here. Hey, Lynette, how you doing, sister?
Grand Rising, brother. So happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm just trying to turn on my camera.
That's good. I'm just amped up right now.
I hear you.
I'm just busting everything up right now. I'm done with it.
It's amazing.
If people come into my life right now and encounters this morning, beware, the commander is going to shoot some light out there and it's going to bust your brain up to the point where it's going to be break it down into molecules and lift it back up into a frequency of liberation, no matrix in your head. Do you understand where I'm coming, brothers and sisters? Do you hear me? Do you
Very
hear what
excited.
I'm saying out there? Nothing's going to stop me from talking this way. And if there's any trolls out there, I'll be kicking you into the universe in 2 seconds. So watch out.
Did you see the videos? I just saw videos this morning. I went on to a little mini rabbit hole about like videos with three moons. Like people are doing close up photos of three moons. I don't know if
Oh
that's
yeah.
an
Let
AI
me.
generating thing or if that's legit because
Well,
I tend to
there's
believe
a
things I
lot.
shouldn't.
There's a lot of stuff going on that is again as I'm amped up. Well, you're going to be talking a certain way here. But years ago, I actually was driving home and I saw. I couldn't believe it. For a few weeks, I was looking at the moon and I saw an additional moon. I saw like two moons. I said, "This is not right." And this was going on for weeks, and I was quiet about it. I didn't have any of this stuff. But I would say, look, I'm seeing two moons. What's going on here with the planet? What's going on in space? But there was something. I was like, almost like a veil had lifted, and I saw either it was a moon or it was another planet. But it looked like it was two or three things. Now, with AI right now,
You don't know.
the problem, well, yeah, this is what I'm saying right now. People need to go within themselves. People need to not look at these things that people are creating. There's a lot of really smart people that are going to use things and create things to make you think it's true, and this is where you have to watch out. I would say look with your own eyes. When you're outside, look at the sky at night, and if you see three moons, then it's there. If you don't see three moons, it's not there. Don't
I
rely on the social media for your three moons because people can create all kinds of things now, and it's going to confuse people.
Yeah, I've been told lately. I've during one of my meditations, I got a finger pointed to the back door. It actually came through and pointed to the back door, and then I got words that come up that said "back door," and then they
Right.
told me that they want me to start stargazing. So I think what they want. Like I can't yet; it's still too cold. But the second that it's warm enough, I'll go outside and I'll sit
Yeah.
outside and watch the sky.
And this goes for everybody out here who's watching my show right now. Don't rely on things on YouTube or the internet or here in terms of what's being video created, because I got to tell you, because the AI is so, the creation of AI has gone to the point now where imaging is so easy to do, you don't know what is true out there. You really don't. So all 174 of you, instead of believing what you see on here or on YouTube or whatever, you go outside with your own eyes at night, take the time to take a deep breath, spend 3 hours looking at the sky at night, and tell me if you see 10 moons or 2 moons or whatever. Whatever you're going to see will be real outside. It's not going to be computer generated. Go outside and start looking at the sky. Look at space. Start getting used to looking at the universe around you instead of the internal internet for your information. Because what you're going to get outside is going to be real. What you're going to get in here is going to be created by people. I'm honest. I'm
Yeah,
very honest about it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
people need to do that now, especially with contact coming. There's going to be on April 13th, we're doing a live broadcast on encounters in Connecticut. For the new people that don't know what's happening, I work with the Ashtar Command. I've worked with them all my life. I've worked with the Ashtar Command before I came to Earth. I've been here. I'm fully activated. I don't need any websites or other people to tell me what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. I'm somewhat psychic. I learned that over the years. My psychic abilities is I tune in on a cosmic level versus helping people psychically find out, who took their kid away or something. That's a different person.
And if
That's
you're,
not
are you
me.
going to marry him next week? Is he going to ask you to marry him? How many kids are you going to have?
Right. How many kids?
Right?
Don't ask me that
Are you going
question.
to get the job?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. I am not going to tell you. But I will tell you on April 13th, a very special gathering, and we have people coming from different places up to Connecticut. We're having a gathering. It's not going to be our contact thing. It's going to be our visual contact thing. So for people that have been wondering about contact, now let me share a little bit of information if you're new to the show. There are four of us who have been selected by the Ashtar Command off planet, not by us. We didn't, you know, tell ourselves that we're the ones who are selecting anything. But if you've been following the story, and if you haven't been following the story, the long story short is that my friend April is in Vermont, who was a guest on my show months ago, just like any guest, like Lynette and any guest. So I didn't know who she was at all. She came on. She's been having contact with the Ashtar Command in northern Vermont in the mountains. She's in a rural area. And then we come to find out that my cosmic father, my father is named Rubar, and my mother on the ship is named Luna. And then I have a brother and two sisters on the spaceship. These are my cosmic biological family. Now, if you don't know that there is a cosmic biological family, I'm going to bust your belief system about how families exist on Earth. Because let me tell you something. We've been lied to. We've been, completely lied to. We've been told that the only families we have are our biological brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers on planet Earth. Do you believe that? How many of you believe that when you leave the Earth, that's it? And you say bye-bye to your mom and dad, and they now put in a casket in the ground, and that was the only family you ever had. Do you believe that? I'm going to tell you something, brothers and sisters. That's a big, fat lie. Excuse me. That's the biggest lie on the planet. It's all lies. The whole
Yeah,
thing has been lies. The thing
absolutely.
is, now I never understood this before I came here. That's why I came here. I didn't know who my cosmic family was, my biological cosmic family, but now I do. And April was contacted, and they're actually in a beautiful area where the Astro Command is using that area as a base. And there's four of us, and we're all in the same area, which is really interesting. We have our friend Kin Cat, and she's in Long Island. Johnny's in New Jersey. I'm in Connecticut, and then there's April in Vermont. April's been on the spaceship 9 to 10 times. Everything she has done is documented, totally documented. So what's going to be happening soon, I think, in the next 2 to 3 months, beside the CE5 gathering, where we're going to be live on 13th of April at 8 o'clock, we're going live on my show at night. We're going to videotape the spaceships on our show here. We're going to really do something here that no one's doing the way we're going to be doing it. And then after that, down the road, we're going to be taken physically aboard a spaceship. I'm telling you the truth. The ship is Ashtar Command. When I say Ashtar Command, these are our cosmic biological parents that are taking us on. It just happens to be that's the connection. Okay? We're going to be taken off the planet probably, and it could be a month. And then in Earth time, it could be 2 hours. And then we come back to the same location, wherever it is. So yeah, we're going to be, going off planet. We're going to document everything. We have mission work to do. We're going to come back and we're going to present the information here on TikTok when we come back to every single person that's interested. So with all the garbage out there, with all the, creating things on YouTube and all the stuff which to divert your attention to the truth, there's going to be a point of light which we're going to bring back to you. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Everything we're going to do is documented. Everything we're going to, I don't care how many people talk about UFOs and this thing and that thing and AI created garbage. We're going to help you understand that there's something more important happening that's coming to Earth that is us. Us. Hey, Johnny.
So
Johnny's here.
yeah,
He's one.
what I've realized too, Chenzo's in here. Hi Chenzo. He was in a live yesterday when I was talking to Taz. You know Taz, and
Yeah, yeah.
he was talking about a an experience he had when he was a child, and he mentioned, which got me really super excited because I've had contact now, like as an adult, right? I've had contact, and I've seen spaceships and such, but and I've gone up to them. I haven't gone in them. I haven't gone in
Right.
them, but I've gone up to them in meditation and in
Right.
dream, not in
That's right.
physical being. Like they haven't beamed me up personally. right, where I left my body and my body was gone,
Right.
except for once I got beamed up to the sky into the universe, but that was during a dream. But
Yes.
but what he said was that he had remembered now as an adult being
Hmm.
contacted as a child. Like he didn't remember all his
Right.
adult life that he was contacted as a child, but since like he's had some sort of remembering over the last few years now, where he remembers them being
Mm.
contacted. So it's like his memory was erased when he was a child, and now he's remembering, which kind of like it makes sense. I think that might happen for a lot of us,
It's going.
right?
That's exactly it. It will happen for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I want people to understand this. Lynn, you bring up a point. Like,
Yeah.
so what's happening with us? And people say, "Well, how come you guys were chosen?" Again, it's not like we're special. Me, I work during the day, and I'm a regular. Well, I'm kind of like it's like Clark Kent and Superman in that sense of analogy. We're all a Clark Kent and a Superman, every one of us, no matter who you are. If we're not from here, we do our Clark Kent during the day, and then we're a Superman when we're not doing our Clark Kent, meaning our regular Earth-based jobs. So none of us are, we're all humble people. None of us really knew each other at first, through except for TikTok brought us together. And I think the higher ups, in terms of my cosmic family, they knew this was going to happen. They knew more than we knew that we were going to eventually meet each other here on TikTok. It's like it's just the way it happened. And people say, "How come we can't go?" or something. Don't think that way. Just look at it as down the road, everyone is going to be connected. Everybody. Hold on a minute.
Any advice on how to contact our star family? We were just talking about that. We were just talking about that, Karen. Seeking within, sitting in meditation and setting out the intention. Right. That's all I did. I don't know. I don't know. I think everything's already all set. I don't think we really have to
Yeah.
worry and try so hard to contact our star family. I think they'll just contact
We don't.
us.
People, if you think it's going to be hard to contact your star family, it's not. Stop thinking that way. This is real breaking news. Again, when you think you have to work really hard to make contact and say, "I'm trying to contact my star family to contact me," it's been a long, many years. How do you do it? you know, People need to just let go of their thinking of that and go into meditation. That's how you're going to contact your star family. Believe it or not, through meditation, being still, clearing all the garbage out of your head from the day, and just saying to yourself, "I'm a Christed being of light. I wish to contact my star family. I'm a Christed being of light. I want to contact my star family." If you go with that mantra and you keep using that mantra, it might take you a week, it might take you a few months, it might take you overnight. But if everybody practices what I'm telling you, I guarantee you, instead of watching all these videos of people with negative ET images and all this garbage out there, if you do that, you will contact your star family. Every one of you will. Every single person here is as equal as I am. No one is any lower or higher or different. We're all people here. We're all here having an experience. Everyone has the ability to contact their star family. You all do.
Graham
All
Graham
right?
Hughes here. Graham Hughes here says that he had been genetically engineered or genetically changed by the
Mm-hmm.
Pleiadians, and I would have to say I agree with you. That is a real thing. That's so certainly happening. Me
Mm-hmm.
too. I hate to say the me too, but me too. I certainly was.
Yeah.
I went through a whole week. I went through an entire week process
Yeah.
of waking up in the morning and going through a transformation where I was informed by beings like by my guardian. I heard esoterically, right? Like I heard a
Yeah.
voice say to me to pay attention to the swear words. He said, "Pay attention to the swear words, Lynette." And I did. I was laying still, and then I heard the FUCK word, and my finger twitched.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard another swear word, and it was like a quarter size shaped like this on my arm, just like that, twitched. It just jumped up. And I got so scared. I jumped out of my bed. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't know what that was, but I'm so scared. And that day, they were talking me. Like my guides were telling me that they were trying to help me, that they're,
Yeah.
it's okay. We're trying to help you. We're trying to clear you past trauma, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then it was a 3 day process, and every day it progressively got worse, where I would hear not only a swear word, but I would hear like a complete threat, and my whole right arm jumped out of the twitched right out of the bed, and then my left leg would twitch right out of the bed. And then on the third day, no, on day 4, I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore because it was really scary. I said, I'm not going to lay down and listen for any more swear words because I'm totally freaked right out. Like, I was so
Right.
scared. I didn't know what was happening to me. So I was kind of falling asleep. So I was in between the sleep and wake state, and I heard, this line's clear, this line's clear, this line's clear. And when I heard those words, my whole body jumped right out of the bed, like pulsated right out of the bed. I got freaked out again, okay, because I was like, what's
Yeah.
going on? And I got up and I didn't do anything else that day. Now, day 5, because it was a 5-day process. On day 5 of this process, they told me to put myself into a self
Right.
hypnosis, right? A self hypnosis. So I did so, and then I felt my head slump, and then I heard a being say 5 minutes. And when they said 5 minutes, I actually came out of my body. Like, I felt my soul come out of my body because I was like, what do you mean 5 minutes? And I kind of came out of my body and I was looking at my body, but my scalp was completely removed. And all I saw was my brain. And then I
Yeah.
saw tools. I saw tools in my brain, and they were moving really fast. And they were saying, this line's clear, this line's clear, this line's clear. And then I heard them say, no more darkness resides here.
Right.
Now, it wasn't until after that that I was fully contacted, that I reached, like, it was like, I was, at that moment, that's when I actually met Father God, right? The Lord thy God, is that
Mhm.
what was told to me, and I met Mother God as well. But I think the whole process of that was to genetically change my
Right.
body, so therefore I was able to withstand the
Right.
energy when I am contacted by them, right? Because
Right.
when we're in contact with them, like, one thing I've noticed is when I'm in the presence of a being, like, especially because I'm in contact with the mantis, right?
Yeah.
The mantis beings contact me and channel through me constantly. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I'm in contact, or when they are in my presence, they have such strong energy that, like, I don't think that a normal body from, say, even
Right.
50 years ago, you know what I mean, or 100 years ago, or 200 years ago, or
Right.
in the past, would have been able to withstand the energy that is coming and radiating off of these beings. So in
Right. And
order
the
for, yeah,
I
they
was
have
gonna
to,
say they
yeah,
have. So in truth, I'm just also answering questions.
yeah,
So
I love it.
like for example, one person was saying to me here. This is Encounters, the morning edition, and they were asking. Froggy asked me a good question earlier, and Froggy's question was. Let me see if I can go back to it here. Yeah, here it is. It was about us being AI machines. We're not. So that's another thing. This is where all this misinformation comes from. I just answered Froggy's question though. So for people out there, I want to get this all. This is why I'm amped up this morning. Don't believe any of the garbage you're hearing on the internet. All right, because all these questions we have come from people creating things on YouTube, on here, saying we are this, we are that, you are this, you are that, you're this is what you are. The truth is, the commander's going to tell you who you are right now. Whether you want to believe it or not, I'm going to bust your belief systems. You want to know who you are? You're not merely just human beings having a human experience and then passing away and giving your grandchildren the house and the car in the 2-car garage with the TV in it. That's not who you are. Do you understand this, brothers and sisters? What I'm trying to teach you is break out of what you believe to be true, what you've been taught to believe to be true. All the things, the internet can be a great thing, and it can be also a deterrent to your growth, right? I know how to use my social media platform here to bust the system. And that's all I use it for. I don't care about the 10,000. Hell, Commander, did you hear what this other person wrote in this book about, this happening, and that we're all simulated pieces of video games, and that we're all in a video game, or we're all actually living in a video game? There are people that believe that, and there are people promoting that garbage. But don't believe any of that garbage because it's not true. Okay? None of it's true. It's all lies. So many lies on this planet in social media, so many lies on cable TV. And if you believe and watch all that stuff, you're going to be confused for the rest of your life. I guarantee it. But right here, I'm going to shake you up, rattle you up, and tell you the cosmic truth, which is we're getting ready for contact. Throw all the other stuff out. It doesn't mean anything. The only thing that matters is that our brothers and sisters from other planets are coming here now. They are here now, and that's going to increase. And there's not one government around the planet, not even the Pentagon, that can stop it. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? There's not one government anywhere in the world, in England and Russia, wherever they are, they have no control over the narrative. This is what I want you to know. If you want to pass this information out to your brothers and sisters, tell them that the commander said this on his morning show here right now, because we're getting ready for it, and it's going to happen. In the next 3 years, it's going to happen. It's already started to happen. You think this is happening? Wait till 2020. Don't even wait till 2027. Get your act together, meditate, do the spiritual meditation, do the Christed meditation, get your act together, and focus, focus, focus.
Someone in here was asking if the mantis beings were friendly, and I'd like to answer that. They are
Okay.
they are super duper friendly. They're very powerful beings, but they mean business. They are extremely intelligent and very mission oriented. They feel they have a sense of humor, but they don't seem to care about anything. They're a matter of fact, right? But they have this funny, but like they don't really I don't know how to explain it. They're almost like childlike. They don't really like, this is how it is. Like, I don't care. Right. Like,
Right.
and this is why
Right.
I get my hands like this. Like, I go crazy with my hands because when they start coming in,
Mm-hmm.
like someone also mentioned, is my hands okay? But I do
Right.
mantras with my hands because
Right.
when I start talking about the
Well, I
being,
think when you talk about the mantis, they're
they
one of the few that would be, even though they don't look human, they are positive. Like I said, but the other 4% would not be in that category. What she's talking about from her experience, they're not beings that abduct anybody or anything. They are part of a galactic grouping within that grouping of light. Hey, friends with fairies, let me
I
see what's
was
happening.
I was contacted by Source. I had a
Mhm.
channeling experience where I was contacted by Source. They came through. I saw a white spaceship in the air. I changed realities, and they injected something into the back of my left ear.
They did.
I had a big red mark on the back of my ear, and then I had a bump. Afterwards, I was told that it was alien technology is what they used, but I know they wouldn't use their words, but that's what they used to describe it to
And
me.
why did they do that to you though? That's the
They
other
did that to
question.
upgrade. It was an upgrade, right? It was alien technology software for upgrades. It's for nanotechnology. It's
But
to upgrade our.
couldn't they upgrade you without doing that? I mean, wouldn't that? I mean, from a light perspective, I know the Ashtar Command would never do that to anybody. If you're going to be upgraded, they don't interject anything into anyone's human body. So that's where it becomes like, I mean, unless you agree to it, did you agree to it?
Well,
You
we
agreed
agreed to
to it.
everything the way that I see it and how I see it. Like I was contacted, like I said, through Source, and then afterwards, it's the mantis beings that kind of work on behalf of, like, it's like they're the go between for me and Source, but
For you.
or they're the go. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. There's two different beings, two different things. But no, I have no idea. I know I before all of this transformation took place for me and my body, and I was already downloaded and I already got the information that everything that
So
happens
you were downloaded before the interjection into your. So I mean, so this is what I think most people would say, and this is where I always have to question things.
Mhm.
So did you understand or agree to that? See, this is one thing. If you say, okay, you can interject me with this thing, this nano ET
Yeah.
technology to upgrade me, did you say to them, okay, I
Yeah,
will
I
let you do
agreed
that?
prior to coming into this body.
Yeah,
Like
so before you came
this
to
was a
Earth, you
mission.
agreed that. So before you came to Earth, what you're saying is, when you came to Earth, you knew when you came into human form that this was an agreement you had before you
I
came
knew
here.
when I was a child.
Okay.
I was
All
told. I
right.
was told when I
Okay.
was a child that all of this was going to happen to me. I was given visions. I was taken out of my body and I was brought to the seventh realm when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I was contacted quite a bit. So
Okay.
I already knew, like, the when I was contacted by the extraterrestrials, like when I was channeled by Source and I saw the white spaceship in the air, I was
Right.
informed at that moment that there was an experiment done on Earth and that the experiment itself worked. I was also informed that we are avatars, that these are bodies, right? These are bodies. They're meat suits, right? They're not our real beings. We have beings inside of us. We
Well, that's
are
what I say.
stuff.
When we
So
talk about like the human form, we'll talk
that's right.
about it like I don't say meat suits, but I say we this is our human space suit. This is like
Basics, exactly.
instead of
Exactly,
meat,
exactly. So when we're done our
like
job, we take it off and we go home,
right.
right?
We go
It's it.
and we choose to either go home or we can come back and come back to Earth for the new Earth and do what
We
we
can
want.
go
It's
anywhere
really
we
not
want.
right. One person was saying to me because you smile a lot, they're saying, "Why is she smiling so much?" Can you explain that? I mean, I've never asked. I didn't think that was a big
I
issue.
didn't know it was a
Of,
big deal either. I smile a lot because I'm really, really happy and it helps me
okay.
transmute energy. I get infused with love. Like I'm just like, you know what? I've had a really crappy life, but I seem to still stay positive. I don't know why. It's just, I, I don't see things. Maybe it's because I went through a spiritual warfare, so I see things in life now a little different, right? Like I see
Mm,
things as light, right? Like so much lighter because I'm not going through the warfare anymore. But
right.
but okay, so like getting back to the meat suits and getting back to the avatar and being injected. Okay, I want to get back to that real quick, real quick. The whole idea is that these bodies were created, right? So we had to go through a process. The way I see it in my head, it may be wrong. It may be different than what you see. It may be different than what other people
And what it is, what you're experiencing, and understand everyone, her
see.
experience might not be your light experience.
Exactly.
Everybody's experiences with the intelligences beyond Earth will be different. So I know she's happy because I see it all the time in her. And hey, look, if someone is happy, they're happy. And that's a beautiful thing. Now she has experiences with Mantis. I have only a few more minutes before I have to get out of here about 10:15. But tonight I'm on at 11 o'clock. So if you're loving what you're seeing for the first time here, I'm on regularly at 11 o'clock with Encounters. I'll be on tonight, and we're going to have a great show tonight. But we have things happening here, and people understand. Lynette's experience, her story, is just as different as the next person I would have. If I had 10 people on here, I guarantee you everybody's
Every single
experiences with
one.
space people, totally different. And with me, I work with the
Absolutely different.
Ashtar Command, totally different. But we all have experiences and we
So
all
yes,
have things that are happening. And so we have to honor everybody's experience, whether it's not exactly like ours, you know. Uh, ah, Friends with Fairies is going to be back live by the 24th. We're going to get her on, and that's my friend April, who's been on the spaceships. You're seeing her in
it's
here
gonna go with
in
you. Yeah.
Vermont. April, myself, Kit Kat, and Johnny, who's here, my other moderator, are going to be going off planet. We're going to be going on a spaceship of the Ashtar Command, which are human type people. They're our family. These are our biological cosmic family. My mother, I found out his name is Luna. My father's name is Robar. I have two sisters and a brother off planet. So when I talked earlier about that, you don't just have a mother and father on Earth when they pass away. You go to a funeral and say, you're crying and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm distraught. I don't know what I'm going to do in my life." Understand, this is really going to bust people's belief systems on Earth. You have a biological cosmic mother and father and maybe brothers and sisters on a spaceship somewhere in the universe that you are related to. Get this, you are related to them, right? They know you exist here. They might have not contacted you yet, like they've contacted April, who actually went on the ship, and then I find out that I have family on this spaceship that I'm related to. Now, no one can make this up. No one could. We didn't create a storyline here. We didn't create like some like imaginary thing. We didn't create. Let's all get together. We all know each other for years, and let's all say that we're going to have an experience and go on a ship with our cosmic family that's from beyond Earth with the Ashtar Command. You can't make this up. I don't write storylines.
I'm really
I'm just
excited for
a
you to go. I'm
I'm
excited
just a
to
regular
see.
person. I'm just a
I can't
regular
wait until it act like till it happens because you've been hyping it up for so like I can't wait.
for a long time.
Will Friends with Fairies know ahead of time when you guys are going so you guys can prepare and
Um,
maybe get together?
I
Is this
will
going to be
ask.
just like a
I
surprise
think
thing?
she will. I think
Hmm.
April. I know she. In a
She
general
can't come up
way,
yet, right?
she's going to be 10:49 tomorrow night. She'll be reinstated by TikTok, and somebody unfortunately had reported her for no reason at all, and that does not sit well with
That's
me.
not
But we
nice.
know who did it, and we're just they're going to be hiding in their cage somewhere. But
If I
yeah,
may,
but I want you. It's a good question. So tomorrow night I will, or maybe I can add before I go here. Um, I think she will know. I think what they'll do. I don't think she knows yet, but I think that because she goes on the ship, I think she will know when we're going to be taken on the ship, each one of us.
Mhm.
And when we
Are you
go,
guys going
like
to
I
go
said,
together or individual? Do you know?
we're gonna no, we're going together. We're going to be on the
Together,
ship
all together at
together.
once? Yeah.
That I definitely know we're all going to be on the ship together, all of us, all four of us.
That's
And
exciting. Exciting.
yeah,
When
it's
was the
going to
last time you
be.
were on a ship in meditation or in dream?
I don't remember because I just tend to do the mission work, and I have not remembered too much of that. But I do know now that when we go on the ship, I will have activated memory. There's going to be a technology that is being kept protected right now. I'll
Mhm.
be getting something from my father Robar, who's a commander on the ship, and I'm going to be getting a crystal or something. I believe it's an activation device that will actually give me the things I need to do or know, and I won't be. No one's going to be able to touch it. It's going to be very well hidden with me, and I don't know what it does. I have no idea what it does, but I guarantee you, whatever it does, it's going to facilitate multiple things for me to communicate with them on the ships from my location here.
No.
And I'm go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. Go. You go. You go.
So I'm going to learn how to use the technology that they're going to give me. It's not just a gift of a crystal. I don't think it's just a crystal that I look at. I think it's actually a Astro Command technology that I have to learn to use, and I'll use it properly, and I'll be
I
able
bet
to
you're
be.
going to remember. I don't even think it's going to have to be like you'll have to learn. Come on now.
Yeah.
You've already used it before.
Oh
You
yeah. I
know
mean,
it. You're going to have it in your head. You're like, oh, I remember that.
I mean, I'm going to also when I get it, see if I'm able to show it on my screen when I do get it. I'll have it when April comes to Connecticut. I'll be gifted that from my father on the ship, and I will keep it with me. No one will be able to touch
Very
it.
cool.
I don't know. Sometimes it's me who reported her, but we have her back. A lot of people have her back, and we're not going to let that ever happen again. You know?
Of course not. Of course not. But I did want to touch base. I wanted to finish my story because I remember
Yeah.
exactly where I was, and it's kind of important. I think that's why, because I usually forget, but I remembered this. We were talking about that injection and why I believe that I got injected and why I believe I agreed to it and the experiment that I was talking about. Okay, it's
Yeah.
really important. I just want to touch base real quick. But what I believe, what I've come to understand about the nanotechnology that was like the alien software technology that was upgraded into me was it's part of the upgrade of our bodies. In order for us to raise in vibration, because we do have to remember it's not all spiritual, like you said, it's not like religious. This is what was said in the Bible was misinterpreted. And what when Ezekiel was contacted, he was contacted by aliens. All right, so like, like this is what we have to understand.
Right.
So back then, like our bodies have been slowly raising in vibration because we all know the earth is going to raise in vibration. We have our bodies have to be changed, like nanotechnology. Our body, our suits have to be
Well, we
changed in order
well
to
we don't
raise.
we don't need nanotechnology. People understand that our bodies don't need any nanotechnology to change. We just maybe for some people, but in my experience with the Astro Command, none of that exists. It's just that our whole bodies will our DNA is already encoded in our bodies naturally. Then we
See,
don't
yeah,
need
you see
anything
it differently.
injected.
You
I
see
see
it
it
a little
differently.
differently
I
than I
see
do.
it totally differently. So
Yeah.
for I see that there's no nanotechnology whatsoever with the Astro Command. Our DNA will be activated naturally. Therefore, once it's naturally activated, we don't need anything injected into anybody. That's
See,
my
that's the thing.
teachings.
If when I'm talking nanotechnology, like we have to understand
Right.
that everything
Try to
in this world.
translate what you're saying because people are going to
I'd
get to
like to,
thinking
yeah,
that
for sure,
it's
because it's gonna
yeah.
get freaky, right? People are gonna get scared, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is everything is a layer of technology in this world. It's just we're not aware of like when I go into meditation. And because of the work that was done on me, I understand and I see our bodies as like software programs. Like I see the connections,
Right,
the
you see it
way
as
my
software
mind,
programs, whereas
the
I don't
way
see it that way. Yeah,
yeah,
I
the
don't
way
see any
my
software
mind
program.
works. That's right. The way my
Right.
mind works is that yes, we have flesh and blood. Yes, we have like abilities to, but we also have a form of technology that keeps us connected. But a lot of people don't see it. It's just the way that I've been
Right.
able to, yeah.
For you. All right. And I know I'm getting close to my 10 o'clock hour here, so I got to do some earth based things. But I did want to come on here, Lynette. I want to thank you for sharing some of your
From
experiences. And
my
again,
experience,
understand
yeah, it's
it's
different
from
than everyone
Lynette's.
else's.
It's from her experiences, and everyone's going to have a different way of elevating to whatever it is. So that's the way she has been activated, and it might not be the same for 10,000 other people, nor should it be. I mean, everyone is honored here on the show to have different experiences. That's her experience. My experience is that is the DNA becomes activated naturally, and for many of you, it will be a natural activation. Gordon, thank you for the heart. I still have, before I go, this is one thing I haven't done. I have 7 more hats with the mustache, and I do want to show. I want people to show their support for what I do here. If you do support what I do, please become a subscriber. We have 32 of 100 subscribers. That subscription goes to our night vision equipment that we're getting for the group, our Astro Command contact program. If you are supportive of what we're doing, become do some TikTok gifts, help us in what we're doing. Stargazer, thank you for being one of those people. Thank you, Divine, for the happy heart. I always call it the happy heart with a smile. Lynette, thank you for being here, and we want to thank you again for coming up. And we'll see you soon, or see you later, or what have you. Mate. There we go. And so, please show your support for what we're doing. Before I wind down the show, I want to thank everyone who's finding my show here. We appreciate all the new people. Please follow each other. Follow me. We're trying to hit 1,000. No, what am I saying? 1,000. 100,000 followers by before summer to reach more people with encounters. We reach a lot of people, but we want to reach as many people around the planet as we can. That's the whole purpose of our increasing our followership here, is to reach more people. You know. Oh yeah, I will look at my messages here, and definitely. So I'm going to do some Earth-based stuff. It's a rainy day. I probably think it's snowing up in Vermont, where April is right now. You're getting some snow, I'm sure. I'm glad we're not getting snow, but I wish it was sunny out today instead of raining in good old New England. So please show your support. We have 32 of 100 subscribers. I have it showing here that I only have one hat taken with the mustache. So I'd like to get rid of 7 more hats. If there's 7 more people that have a lot of TikTok coins that want to become helpful here, please do that. I really do push it a little bit because I believe what my content is really important to share with the people. I do this nightly. If you're not used to what I do, I've been doing this nightly with encounters. There's once in a while I take a night off, but I'm always on for at least 2 hours, and I interview all kinds of people. And with all the garbage content out there, with people running around with disco balls, with 2,000 people watching them, with a cow's outfit on in a room with disco music, I don't understand that. But this is a talk show, a show that we do, and we certainly hope you'll support what we're doing. Thank you, Divider. We definitely thank you for saying that. So right now we have, let's see, we have 6 more hats available. I'd like to get rid of all 6 hats this morning before I go. There's 6 more people to step up to the cosmic plate that will take a hat. 6 more people on encounters. And then tonight we'll be on with our regular show. How do you accept money gifts when in other worlds? In other worlds, they don't have that. On Earth, since we live here, we use the things we have here, and I'm utilizing what I have here in the human form, living on Earth, being a regular person like everybody else, going to work every day. But when I'm on TikTok, I accept gifts here, but on other planets, they don't have anything like this. There's no system like that. Everything on the other planets is just created by thought. All the food is grown naturally. Um, there's no shopping malls on other planets like we have on Earth. There's no McDonald's or Burger Kings. It's a whole different way of life. It's way different. This is just the life we know here. But when that's a great question. So when we leave Earth and go back to other planetary systems, it's totally different. So you'll have to just get used to, wow, this is the way it is. They have cities, they have homes, they have food, but they don't have the things we have. There's no systems like we have here on the 3D concepts of Earth. Great question. Great question. And we're getting close. We need 5 more hats with a mustache. Susan, thank you. There are 5 more unconditional people willing to throw out and take a mustache with a hat for me. No Arby's or Subways. That's right. That's right. So there you go. So a lot of things happen. We'll be on tonight at 11. I want to thank everybody, Chesno, everybody for being here. Johnny, April, the whole crew. April's coming back on live, and she has a lot to share. We're going to have our Ashtar Command Contact Night next Friday night, which is direct contact with the Ashtar Command, which we work with. They'll be utilizing April's second phone, where she is in Vermont, and they communicate through music, and we're using certain music as a message with the command to communicate with the people on my broadcast here. That's next Friday. So definitely we appreciate everyone here. Please center yourselves. Don't be taken in and say, Commander, did you see this thing on YouTube, or did you see this? Understand there's a lot of misinformation out there, too much of it. And it's going to confuse you till it's all the way up like the garbage pile. Center on your own selves. Center on the higher self. Center on meditation. Center on getting yourselves prepared for future contact with our space brothers and sisters. Don't believe all the fear-based stuff. There's going to be a lot of it thrown out there, and I want to help people. I really want to help people because there's too much of it out there right now. And there's too much misinformation and fear-based stuff in movies, in Discovery Channel, in History Channel, these documentaries, in people's imagings of negative, frightful beings that are coming to gobble you up and take your home over. Don't believe that garbage, folks. I'm fighting back with that stuff. I have to. I work in the very highest levels of light. I work in the Ashtar Command, which is the very highest levels of light, which oversees all the galactic foundations within the multiverse of every planetary system of peace. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. So I want to say I love all you. I always end my show with I love every one of you, even if you've never been here before, even if I've never met you. We always come with the ending of love. We always come in with the beginning of love. We always go out of our broadcast with I love you. And if we all learn to love each other and unconditionally, regardless of where you are, who you are, what color you are, it doesn't even matter. If we all come together in loving each other, that's the key to the cosmic liberation of reality, right? That's what it is. That's all it is. So I love you. This has been Encounters, the morning edition. I'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock for another great show. And hopefully we'll be interviewing a lot of people tonight. If you want to be on the show tonight and be interviewed about your experiences with star people, if you've had UFO encounters, if you've had, seen crop circles this year, if you've had contact with mer people or fairies, join us tonight at 11 p.m. Take care. Everybody be well. Enjoy the day. It's raining out here, but that does not dampen my spirits whatsoever. We're going to go out into the 3D world, do what we've got to do, then come back here at 11 o'clock tonight. Take care, everybody. That's Eastern time. We're on Eastern at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 o'clock West Coast. Take care, everybody.